Okay, let's talk about double-digit multiplication using the area model. So today I have a graph paper picture on my screen because this really helps to illustrate how and why this area model works. So if we look at a problem like 25 times 28, so we've got 20, 25, and 28. So over here on our graph paper, we're going to break 25 up into 20 plus 5. And if you were to count all these little squares on here, there are 20 of them all the way across in this first square for 20. And then there are 5 over here by the 5, okay? So that's 25 by 20. So this whole section right through here, that section right there, is 20. And this section down here is 8. Okay, so if we were to count all those little squares. So it's 25 by 28. Now, the way that this would work, the answer to this problem actually equals all of these squares that are in here. But in order to calculate that, what we're going to do is we're going to use our knowledge of multiplication. So this first problem, we're going to do 20 times 20. Because this side of the box is 20 and this side of the box is 20. So we're going to look at this section from here all the way around to here. So this is 20 times 20, okay? So that's going to equal 2 times 2 is 4, and we have 2 zeros, so 400, okay? Then this section over here is going to be 20 times 5 because it's 20 tall and 5 wide. So we would do 20. Oh, and I'm running out of room here. 20 times 5 would probably be helpful if I wrote that sideways. Hold on, let's see. There we go. If we did 20 times 5, so 2 times 5 is 10, and we need 1 0. So that's 100, right? And then down here, this next section, we'd have 20, right? Because it's 20 wide and 8 tall. So we would do 20 times 8. 2 times 8 is 16, and then we're going to add 1 0. So we get 160. And then this very last one, we would have 5 this way, right? And then 8 this way. So it would be 8 times 5, which would equal 40. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually add up these values. So we're going to have 400 plus 100 plus 160 plus 40. And then we're going to add them all up. So 0, 10, 4 plus 1 is 5, 6, 7. So 700. And if we were to count all of these squares in here, all of these would equal 400 or 700. So that is the reason that the area model works, because all of the squares within that, all the little squares in the grid within that square, the 25 by 28 would actually equal 700. Now, I had to do numbers in the 20s because my grid paper, quite honestly, isn't big enough. So if you get actually mirrors the same thing as we had over on this side. So we have one big square, 2 skinny rectangles, and then one rectangle. Big numbers, for example, 76 times 92, it would be really hard to fit it on a piece of graph paper. So we're going to kind of simplify this. So if you notice, we have a big square here, and then 2 skinny squares, and then 1 small square down here. So for this one, we're going to break apart 76, okay? So it's going to be 70 plus 6, okay? Then for this next part, we're going to break apart 92. So this would be 90, and this would be 2. So this is going to set up the exact same way that we did before. So now we're going to do 90 times 70. So 90 times 70 equals, so 9 times 7 is 63, and we need 1, 2 zeros. So 6,300. Then we're going to do 90 times 6. So 90 times 6. 9 times 6 is 54, and we need 1 0. So 540. Then 2 times 70 is our next step. So 70 times 2 equals 140. And then our very last one, we have 2 times 6. So 2 times 6, got to write real small in here, is 12. And now we're ready to add these up. So we're going to take this 6,300 and we're going to add the next one. So we've got 540, and then we have 140, and then we have 12. And then we can add them up. So we get 2, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And 6. So the answer to this problem would be 6,902. Okay, so it's 6,992. Let's try another one. 31 and 83. So let's start by breaking apart 31. So we get 30 in our tens place, 1 in our ones place, and then we have 80 in our tens place, and 3 in our ones place. So our next step is to multiply. So 80 times 30, 8 times 3 is 24, and then we need 2 zeros. The next one, 80 times 1 is 80. 3 times 30 is 90. And then 3 times 1 is 3. So then we're going to add this up. Oh, that doesn't show up very well. Hold on. Let's get a different color. So we have 2,400 plus 80 plus 90 plus 3. And then we get 3, 17, 4, 5, and a 2. 2,573 is the answer to that problem. All right, let's do another one. So we're going to break apart 46. 40 and 6, so 40 plus 6 is 46. 30 plus 4 is 34. So 30 times 40 equals 1,200. The next one, 30 times 6 is 180. The next one, 40 times 4 equals 160. And then 4 times 6 equals 24. And again, we're going to add these up. So 1,200 plus 180 plus 160 plus 24. And then we add this up. 4, 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 2 more is 16. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. 1,500. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead here. If you have a number that is a 3-digit number up on the top, if you wanted to do this in the area model, what you end up doing is we have a hundreds place right here, a tens place, and a ones place. So if we break up 407 into hundreds, tens, and ones, we have 400, 0, and 7. And then if we break up the 39 into tens and ones, we get a 30 and a 9. And we multiply this exactly the same way. So 400 times 30 would be 12,000. 400 times 9 would be 3,600. 0 times 30 would be 0. 0 times 9 would also be 0. 7 times 30 would be 210. And then 7 times 9 would be 63. And then you would add all of this up to get your final answer. Okay, so that's how your area model is going to work. I hope this was helpful, and thanks a lot. Bye.